Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Miraculous Ladybug, New Powerpuff Girls, and Star vs. the Force of Evil. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hello.
And Justin Cummings.
Hey guys.
Today, Delaney, Justin, and I will be doing our weekly Miraculous Ladybug Roundtable, discussing a specific topic from Miraculous Ladybug, which we cover every week here on the Overly Animated Podcast. This week, we'll be discussing the Comic-Con info revealed at the American Comic-Con panel a week and a half-ish ago. I don't even know at this point, but
yeah something like that.
We probably have all the info here, not clear. I'm disappointed in you, Miraculous Ladybug fandom, for not having a very obvious resource with clearly all of the info stated. You need a me from Korra to compile the info.
It's just like they just have the panel video posted like 6 times. I don't want to watch the panel. I want all the information from the panel in an easy read.
That's what we want.
I found a panel summary video that was 6 minutes and in French.
Yeah. So what do you want to shout out to the title of the panel summary video?
Keep rolling. I'll grab it while we're going, and I'll shout it out then.
Well, Justin will. Yeah. So we think we have all the info here. It's not a ton, honestly. Like we talked about this before. There's nothing pressing to discuss. But we'll discuss and we'll speculate for what this means for season 2 and the specials and everything about that. We've covered all the episodes. You can check those out in the archives on overlyanimated.com. Subscribe to our Miraculous Ladybug only iTunes feed, etc., and we just finished going through all the iterations of the Marinette and Adrian shippings, and this week we're going to take a brief interlude to discuss the Comic-Con info, and then probably next week discuss Miralia. So this is our week in advanced warning for Delaney to
yes
to be ready for the Miralia podcast.
I got my shout out. I got it.
What's the video called?
It is called Miraculous Ladybug SDCC 2016 Panel Summary, and it's by Alfrely, I believe is how you pronounce that.
Okay.
Alfrely.
So who was at this panel? Was Thomas the creator there?
It was Thomas. It was Jeremy. There was another producer whose name I forget, unfortunately. I'm sorry, producer. You had Ladybug and Tiki from the English voice cast, so Christina V, and then unfortunately, I can't remember Tiki's name. Bryce was not there because of family stuff.
Mela Lee, apparently, yes.
All right. I almost said Miralia. Alia was there.
Miralia was there, don't worry.
Yes, Miralia was there in spades. And then Hawkmoth, but was weird. He got up there, and the moderator was the English voice cast director. So Hawkmoth gets up there. I would say it's Keith Silverstein, I think. It's something like that. I am wrong.
Correct.
Don't quote me.
Keith Silverstein, yes. I have the Wikipedia page.
Sweet.
Okay.
He gets up there, and the moderator is talking, and he's like, oh, it's Hawkmoth. And then he runs over and gives the moderator a high five, and he goes, oh, I guess he's Gabriel Agreste today.
Okay, interesting.
So whether or not
who said that? Who said that?
The English voice cast director.
I don't think the English voice cast director knows anything. So, well, maybe they've recorded the episodes.
He's the cast director, so he would know if Gabriel and Hawkmoth are the same voice actor.
Only if they've done season 2. I don't think they're involved with like the creative process, but like the writing.
But I'm sure they've started dubbing. So take that with a grain of salt.
Okay.
But it happened.
Interesting. Okay. So there's the setup. I do think it's pretty cool that they had an American Comic-Con panel for the show. That's pretty cool of the French creators and stuff like that for coming over for this. And
they
I think
said it was actually it was Thomas's first live appearance in the U.S. for a show.
Nice, yeah. I think it definitely shows that they're really trying to make the show international and stuff like that, which is obvious from the start of like releasing it mostly simultaneously in a lot of different countries. So I think it's pretty cool. And one of the big appeals of the show, I mean, like the reason this was on my radar for a while was it was supposed to be some big like international release. I think they've succeeded in kind of hyping it everywhere. So let's get into some of this info revealed at the panel. So here's my thing. There's no headline for me. Like I have like one or two things that I think are probably most important, but really I don't think there's a headline. So let's start. Let's pick one thing each to start with. Let's start with Justin. You've compiled this. What stood out to you? What one new piece of info the most from this panel info?
I think I would say stood out to me the most, but what I want to cover or what I want to mention is a lot of people know I'm a comic book fan, so I want to talk about the 4 monthly comics they announced. Which should I list those now or wait?
Okay, yeah, you give us the rundown on the comics. I'm not super interested in analyzing it, but you can give us the news on.
I
all the
love
comic
these.
stuff, yeah.
Okay, so we're getting 4 books. They're all going to be monthly comics. I don't know what countries they're all releasing in simultaneously, so that could be anytime. I don't know if they're coming out in France first. We're getting Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. This is set in Paris, kind of like continuing the show, just fun, probably Monster of the Week stuff. And Thomas said there might be romance between Ladybug and Cat Noir. That's from Thomas himself.
What?
So if you want your
Might
Lady
be
Noir,
romance? That's
if you want
what
your
a
Lady
surprise!
Noir,
What a surprise!
Whoa.
Wow.
if you want some Lady Noir,
It's like that's kind of the point of the show or something. Wow.
Wow.
if you and then the next one, which I'm most excited about, actually no, I'm second most. Miraculous Tales of Ladybug. This one is going to be about Marinette in China. Working with other Chinese superheroes. It could be the one we get in the Shanghai special, or what? Yeah, I think Shanghai. Is it Shanghai? The special.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think so.
yeah. It could be that here. It could be others, but we're getting it a monthly series about Ladybug in China. The next one is Miraculous Tales of Cat Noir, which is about Adrian going to America and meeting up with other ZAG heroes, so the production company for Miraculous. So if you want comic crossovers with nothing but Cat Noir in America, that's your go-to.
Adrian going to America and then getting bombarded with American girl teens. Like, I think that's what this is about. Right?
That's all this will be.
Gonna happen.
And then what to me is the most exciting book, Tales of Miraculous, which will be all about past Miraculous holders.
Interesting.
We don't know if it's going to constrain to one time period, but they talked about China, ancient Egypt. We're going to see all the ones that we kind of hinted at in the show. That's the most exciting to me.
So this is what I think these tie-in comics should be about. Like, I think this for every series, but like, they're not going to have a half a season about some past Miraculous holders. So this is really good material to cover in the comics. It expands the mythology in a way the show is just never going to want to get into. So I think that's a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, we're probably not going to cover the comics on here, animation, not like comics, but, as I've gotten pushback on from people before, but,
Everyone.
But, it's nice that those exist, and the show obviously should be in comics form somehow. Like, it's, superhero show. So that makes sense. Okay, there's our comics info. Delaney, what, that you've heard has stood out to you from the Comic-Con info?
I mean, I'm like you. There wasn't really any like big headline or anything that I was like, oh, I guess this is kind of interesting info. To me, I guess it's the it's been confirmed like we're gonna have another villain, like Hawkmoth's kind of getting a sidekick. They didn't really talk a lot about it. And I think this goes hand in hand with some sort of weird comment that was like Adrian's getting some competition, which was like everyone like freaked out about. But like they made a lot of jokes at the panel. Honestly, it's difficult to kind of figure out what's actual information, what was a joke. But I think it'll be interesting to see some sort of new villain. Like I'm assuming it's going to be a kid. Like that's how that works. And we'll have I doubt it'll be Volpina, especially since I guess this kind of ties into that. It's confirmed we'll see the real Fox Miraculous and the Bee Miraculous. So how that'll tie in will be interesting to see.
So this is my headliner too, I think, and it's like not a big deal, but this is the only thing that's revealed that I think fundamentally like changes the dynamic of the show. Everything else is kind of like auxiliary info. I mean, I think the different Miraculouses also fundamentally changed, but we like heard about that already.
Right.
A second villain alongside Hawkmoth, presumably against Ladybug and Cat Noir. This is like a lot of possibilities here. Like, who is it? Like, what are their motivations? Why would they work with Hawkmoth? Like, what are the logistics of working with Hawkmoth? Do you also like shrink down and go inside like the tippy top of the? I don't think that's actually where Hawkmoth is, but yeah, it's like this is a lot of questions, and it probably has to be someone who like knows who Hawkmoth is, but then again, Adrian and Marinette don't know who each other are. So
yeah,
is this a super villain villain, or is this a normal person? Probably a super villain.
I would assume, yeah. I can't, like... I mean, they have to be a Miraculous holder, I would assume. Like, so far we have nothing in our mythology or understanding of this, like, this show universe that suggests that we can have a villain that isn't a miraculous holder. Like that's how you have to have, if you're going to be superhero or supervillain, you have to have a miraculous.
What if it's an akumatized villain that just doesn't get unakumatized?
To me, I think that kind of like.
I think we did that already. So,
yeah, and then also I don't think it can work like this. Like to have a villain, not necessarily like partner or sidekick, they have to actually be like. I think if it was just some sort of henchman, they wouldn't really talk about it. Like, so I feel like we're actually introducing a new character who is like actually going to do something and is their own person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's if the thing is like if it's a miraculous holder, what miraculous could it possibly be? Like I guess the Fox, could it be?
I mean it could
Chloe
be.
and Hawkmoth taking out the city.
Yes, please. I'll co-sign that. Let's do that.
I was being sarcastic.
No, I have more Chloe involvement. Chloe is the main villain, confirmed. But yeah,
I'm okay. Honestly, I'm okay with that because then all you can be Volpina. I'm okay with this.
Is this Adrian's mom coming back and as the Peacock, and the Peacock being the secondary villain? Like,
I don't think we're gonna do that to Adrian. Both, because
that'd be amazing.
Basically confirmed that Hawkmoth is Gabriel. I mean, there's doubt, but there's very little doubt. I doubt they would do that.
Yeah, that's yeah. I think there's a big possibility it's not a miraculous holder. I don't know. I mean, it's like okay, but then what is it? Yeah, but it could be anything. Like if the show's mythology is very narrow, so if you expand it slightly, it kind of could be anything. I feel like.
I mean, I don't know, like because I mean, yeah, we could have maybe like a Robin-like figure that like they don't actually have abilities, but they can like do crazy stuff. That's fine, but. I feel like it has to be miraculous holder. Like,
there's someone like the Master Fu. I know he ended up being a miraculous holder, but originally we thought of him as like the miraculous like guardian, you know. But
yeah,
he's someone like him, like the evil secret keeper who doesn't actually have a miraculous or something like that. I feel like that's in the realm of possibility.
Well, it makes a lot more sense to me though for Hawkmoth, especially since we don't see Hawkmoth do anything. Like he just sits in his little wherever he is and sends things out. So I feel like it'll be really useful to him. Like the only we also have to think about his motivations here. Like there has to be a really good reason why he'd decide like that he needed help. Because like he's there, like this person has to either be like really powerful, like have a lot of abilities, like they have to have proved their usefulness to him, especially since as far as we understand it, he just wants all the miraculouses. So theoretically this person is a miraculous holder. They have to just have proven their worth, that he's like, I won't take your miraculous because you're doing a pretty good job and you're going to do all my dirty work for me.
Yeah, I don't know who's trusting Hawkmoth to not take their miraculous. I feel like it's a bad idea.
Well, here's an interesting.
Sending them out, like I thought that would be. I think we're looking at someone who can actually go out and do Hawkmoth's will. Without
we need. If it's okay, it's like from a production standpoint, like what's the purpose of having a second villain? Okay, we need someone who can actually interact with them because that's the main limitation of Hawkmoth. So I think that's where we're going with that, for sure. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know, Justin. Any last thoughts on that?
Delaney mentioned having the second villain is almost like a Robin, where they just have abilities, or they don't have like any special powers. They just do cool stuff. That would open up a lot of opportunity, especially if, like you said, it was another teenager, because the miraculous holders can't be unmasked unless you remove the miraculous. If you have someone who doesn't have a miraculous and they could be unmasked, that might open up a lot of possibilities there on that person being revealed to Ladybug and Cat Noir. Them having to know who that is, I think it would be cool to have a villain who can be unmasked. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that would be neat. I don't know. For me, it's just like, I'm still kind of like, they have comic book heroes that look like they have superheroes, but then we have miraculous holders. Like, it's really hard for me to for us to have both of these things. Like, I feel like there has to be some sort of connection. Like, okay, you're just a masked person who can do acrobatics and parkour, but like, why? Like,
because they were raised in a circus, and then there was a circus fire, and an old billionaire found them.
Okay, Dick Grayson, I got you.
I like Nightwing, okay?
I don't know. It's hard. I don't know how we're gonna it would just be. I think it'd be really hard to merge these ideas. Like we have this really interesting mythology with the miraculouses, and then to have superheroes as we understand them would be it'd be a little weird.
There's a lot of possibilities here. We don't know anything. We just know that very vague detail. We can. I think it's interesting. I think think about it from production standpoint. It's someone who can go in the field with them, stuff like that. I feel like is the way to go, but who knows? We'll be looking for more info on that. that's like the biggest plot thing. I guess let's talk about, this is what I thought would be Delaney's, and then I'd bring up that, but Delaney stole mine. So let's talk about
Sorry.
Thomas Ostruck saying there will be a LGBT queer character.
See, the reason I didn't bring this up is because I have a counter.
Or that there be some sort of representation on.
He said he will try.
He said he will.
See, I have a
try.
hang up about this because, like, okay, if we obviously like we have this whole like Ladybug, Cat Noir, blah blah blah, Adrian, we know all that junk, and then we also have this. We're very much hinting at this Alia and Nino, which that's other stuff we have from Comic-Con, is that like we're gonna get more DJ Wi-Fi, as they call it, and more, and like what happened in Animan will be explored in comics when they were stuck in the cage together. But then it's like, okay, if your main cast is all like straight, like I'm not interested in like, oh, we have this side character who's gay and they're here in like 2 episodes. Like that doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
Counter. What if it's Hawkmoth?
Okay, sure. That'd be not a side character.
I mean, that's
What
fine.
are we gonna show? Hawkmoth dating? Like, how are we showing this happen? Yeah,
I don't know, but just
I'm not interested in like, oh yeah, Rose and Julika.
Right,
You know,
yeah,
like
not-
confirmed. Everyone's really happy with that representation, right? No, I'm not really interested in that. Yeah.
No.
You know what? This sounds a lot like Delaney. Before
does it sound like?
before Ruby season 3, we heard yes, there will be one gay
Right.
character this season, and no, didn't happen.
Where are they?
At some point in the future. This is what straight creators say in their straight shows when people ask them to have gay representation. They're like, "Yeah, we're doing it. We're gonna throw in a gay character somewhere."
This-
That's not what we're asking for. Not what we're asking for here.
Like it's not like I would love, but my thing is like I'm talking like an actual main character is bisexual.
We're
it's
talking
something
like Marinette actually goes on a date with a girl or something. Like,
Yeah,
like
like-
on the level of Deadpool being pansexual, that kind of thing.
something that's like real.
something that's like legitimate that we actually see on the show. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, look, if
And not just an episode. Like I'm talking like something that's like actual. Like I'm getting so tired of this.
Yeah.
Oh, we have
This
here's our token gay. No.
Yeah. And it's not
No.
specifically this show. This is just a frequent thing. Like,
Yeah, this is in general,
we're just
everything.
fed up with this. This is that being said, if we want to actually make Rose and Julika a thing, let's do that. Like, I'm not brushing that aside. I'm all
No,
about
we
that.
we
though.
should have that. But
Let's do that. And we'll talk about those two on our other ships podcast, probably after the
miscellaneous
Moralia
ships.
one, miscellaneous ships. But yeah, so there's that news. I don't have faith that this will be accurately
No.
executed. That being said, I don't know. I don't have. I have more faith than
If they
Ruby.
wanna
That being
introduce-
said, I have more faith than Ruby. So
No,
like,
yeah, I have. Yeah, no.
yeah,
If they
you know.
introduce like the new villain and it's like, and they're gay or whatever, that's fine. We can do that. If they're
And
like,
they date Hawkmoth,
no,
and we have a new shipping square of Hawkmoth and the villain.
No.
I'm assuming the villain is like a child, so I'm not okay with
Yeah,
that.
no, the new headcanon is that I just came up with after you mentioned that, Delaney, is new teen girl villain who flirts with Marinette as they're fighting. Yeah,
I'm
that's
fine
the-
with this.
I'm fine with
that-
this.
Let's do that.
Fine.
That's the old. that's the-
Cosine twice.
Where's the
Let's do
fanfic?
this.
Is it been written yet? I don't know. But yeah, so that you know, that's the type of it's like, oh, good news. No, you know, not really. That's probably usually when this type of thing comes out, it's not a great sign. But
It's like I'll be happy when it happens
Yeah,
and it's
well-
actually a main character.
see Ruby season 3. Let's talk when this actually happens.
See
Okay.
Ruby season 3.
Okay. What else we got here? So let's go through the other stuff. So something that I have still not been able to confirm. I've heard that something will be in anime style. I don't know what this is. This was not in the summary video, Justin.
This was actually not in the summary video. No.
Originally on the CO post that I was looking at from Comic-Con, I said that some of the specials will be in 2D anime style. I assume this is not true because I would have heard about it again since. Delaney's brought up the possibility that some of the webisodes might be in.
Like,
I saw a picture. The webisodes are Flash. They're not anime.
Okay, so some
They're like
different
very
style, though.
clearly
Yeah.
like Flash anime, like Ego Raptor. It's not high quality.
Well, no, that's what they said, but that is something they said, though, confirmed is 2D webisodes. So I don't know, maybe there's information getting mixed up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's again, there's no clear source here, but we'll have to go back and look at the panel. You guys can correct us in the comments, but if there was one of the specials in, if like the Shanghai special was anime style, that'd be great. So, but
Yes.
I don't know if that's happening. Okay, let's go through Justin's list, and then we have some stuff from Delaney, and then if we find other stuff. So, Justin, why don't you take us through stuff we've not talked about on your list?
First thing that came out, like news-wise, Laura Morano will be guest starring as an akumatized villain. The only reason this is like news, she just, I think they released it at the panel. She did a new cover of the Ladybug theme song.
Oh yeah, you reblogged that, and
yes, it's wonderful,
yeah.
and
it's actually really good. Yeah,
it's good, but what makes it even better, Laura Morano is very famous for playing Allie on Disney Channel's Austin and Ally, so it's like Nick just stole her basically, which I find that always wonderful. So
yeah. I mean, I don't know how much this counts as Nick, but yeah, it does air on.
It was on the Nick. It's on the Nick YouTube channel though.
Okay, nice. I like that
because it's the English version. So.
Nice. So, yeah, I don't know. Not much to say about that other than that cover was very
I like Laura Morano. I'm excited to hear her.
No, I like the idea of having guest stars be akumatized. Like, this can be like Star, and we can have ridiculous guest stars and they get akumatized. Like, I'm for this. I'm okay with this.
I actually do like that. So, moderator, voice cast director, this is on you. Get these people.
I think they've recorded already, but yeah, we get
for 3. Get these people.
Yeah, for season 3. Okay. What else we got?
We had this could be the French names. I don't know, unfortunately. Special Christmas and Special Halloween definitely seem to be the French names, perhaps. They could be the English names, too. Nick has a habit of giving things flashy names when they don't need to, very much like Cartoon Network does. But Chinese Legend being the Shanghai special sounds very accurate.
Yeah, I assume these are just the 3 specials. Chinese Legend isn't specifically what is inferred from Shanghai special, right? So I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know if that means that we're gonna have some sort of like legend come into play, or if this. Well,
probably that superhero is some Chinese legend because we are getting into hero.
Yeah, we can get into that as we go through the list. Okay, we talked about the comics already.
I mentioned that the webisodes that look very, very much about Flash style, and they're about Marinette just being Marinette. Good. Not even Ladybug, just Marinette.
Good.
That's all I want. Then they showed this big kind of like collage that had like a bunch of images in it. We saw a part of the honeybee, which apparently there was a 30th anniversary poster that came out that actually showed more of it. So we have now seen the honeybee costume. They showed a little bit of Volpina. Thomas said somewhere in this picture was the new villain teaming with Hawkmoth. We couldn't tell which part. There was like a glowing purple wing that we believe to be a new power. They confirmed.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about that.
The purple wing?
Yeah, what's that about?
There's 2 theories right now. One is that it's going to be Hawkmoth getting wings, and we'll see Hawkmoth actually doing stuff. Because there's his color.
Hawkmoth in a suit, like with wings, and like just it's so
like
stupid.
Purple wings just like flying around everywhere.
Can Hawkmoth have little star Muni wings?
Yeah,
can we
please.
Do that?
That'd be excellent.
Hawkmoth with their immunity.
Yeah, let's have that episode.
And the other theory is that they would be ladybugs because there's old concept art of her yo-yo spinning, and instead of forming a shield, it forms 2 purple wings. So we don't know. It's one of those 2. Probably it could be some third thing. But it's confirmed that our heroes will get new powers, and they showed a little bit of concept art of like Ladybug doing new stuff.
Okay, interesting.
That's really interesting, given the mythology as we understand it.
Will will these new powers involve Marinette shouting other aspects of the title of the show?
Please,
Tails.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I mean, it's a very Power Rangers thing to do, where it's like at the beginning, oh, these are all your powers. Oh, wait, no, here's some new things. Oh, you're mature now. Here's something new. Have this. Where they act like they've given you all the powers, and they just keep adding weapons as they need to keep things interesting. Okay. It's very much that kind of style.
It doesn't make sense with the mythology that we've been presented, but it totally makes sense with this genre. Yeah, they're going to get new powers. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay.
It's confirmed, apparently, that Santa will be bad in the Christmas special, so all I wrote in the outline is Bad Santa.
Wait, so
I think we're seeing Santa.
I think you're missing the headline here, which is that Santa this is Doctor Who now? Santa's going to be in the Christmas
Doctor
special?
Who.
Yes.
Lord.
Why?
Why?
Why not?
At least in Doctor Who, he was actually like made up in their minds.
I assume someone gets akumatized and they turn into Santa. That's fine.
And the end of the episode will be ho ho ho, like as we're on like the stopped image. It'll be like, da-na-na-na, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Like a Rankin Bass special.
No. Rejected. Dang.
Can we have a Rankin Bass Ladybug special?
Sell.
I'll sell that one, yeah. But I think someone is going to get akumatized and turn into Bad Santa, I guess. So.
And then they had what looked like a couple other new akumatized villains. Okay. Probably didn't mean much. The only one that stuck out, there's one that looked like it would be Gorilla, Adrian's bodyguard, which makes sense for him to be akumatized. I'm surprised he hasn't been already.
Yeah. I agree.
It was big, it was stocky, it looked kind of like a gorilla. It's probably Gorilla. And then we went into the Q&A where Thomas said he'll try to represent LGBT, didn't give any specifics though, would not answer about any questions about the Peacock Miraculous that was in the safe, saying he'd already given too many spoilers. Said season 2, and no he had not, says season 2 will blow your mind and that his favorite episode has not been released yet. Comics will reveal what happened in the cell between Nino and Alia. We mentioned that. The Peacock Miraculous is confirmed to be a pin. This is the boring stuff. Adrian will learn to bake cookies from Marinette's family.
Wait, hold on.
This is a joke. That's a joke.
I believe this will happen.
Let's stop there. That one interests me.
It's a joke.
Why?
Is it a joke?
I want that.
It was a joke from at the panel. Like I saw this as it happened, and like so first people were freaking out about it. Then other people were like, if you were at the panel, like it's a joke. Like someone made a.
But why can't we have an Adrian and Marinette's dad episode? Why?
I mean, I would be fine with that, but I doubt.
Okay. Okay. Let's continue.
But Delaney, had I told you before, let's imagine that Gamer was in season 2, and I said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna see an episode
it's
where
within the realm of possibility, but it's not."
But it's just
meant
like
to be,
at the panel, it was a joke. Like,
let's continue. Let's continue.
Mrs. Agrest's fate. I guess she's still Mrs. Agrest. She could be. I don't know. Adrian's mom's fate will be revealed in season 2 or 3.
Okay, let's stop there. Yeah, obviously that's gonna happen. Okay.
Hooray!
But that's good. Yeah, I'm glad we're doing that. Continue.
Someone asked if the Kwamis could be akumatized, and Thomas's answer was basically, I can't say if animals and any other living thing can be akumatized or just humans. We hope to address that in season 2.
Okay, I'll answer that for you, Thomas. No, Kwamis cannot be akumatized. That doesn't make any friggin' sense. So
akumatized blog.
That would be my least favorite episode. Let's not do that.
Bring me the Miraculous.
What? Dylan, you don't want actual evil Tiki? You don't want actual evil Tiki?
No, because she's already evil. She can't be akumatized, okay? It doesn't make sense.
Cabin Bear? No, bring me the Miraculous. But what about Cheese? No.
Oh, no. No. Okay. I
want fan art of this. I want fan art of akumatized Plog be completely useless.
He already is completely useless.
I know. I want to see Hawkmoth just so annoyed with Plog not doing anything. Can someone make this happen, please?
No. Sorry, can't have it. Okay, let's go through other things I've linked to. More DJ Wi-Fi. Who's DJ Wi-Fi?
DJ Wi-Fi is the supposed, I guess, ship name about with Alia and Nino.
At least that's not combining their names. Okay,
right,
that's fine.
Right.
It's combining their. Actually, it's not even combining their akumatized names. Well done, fandom. Well done.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not chipping that one, but sure, let's do that.
But that's one of the best ship names I've heard in a long time. I'm impressed.
Ship names aren't good in general, though.
Yeah,
so
that's not.
This raises the bar.
It's a low bar, but.
And I'm looking on this other Tumblr post. Fox and be Miraculous is holding. Yeah. So it's also okay. So we covered it all. Okay.
Yeah. This is all the information there is.
I will say, usually, this is maybe the Comic-Con panel where I've heard the least revealed about the upcoming season. Even the Steven Universe panel where everyone asked about spoilers and they're like, no. We still got more revealed than this, I think. That's interesting. But I guess that's good. At the same time, I think if you released a clip from season 2, then they wouldn't. I don't know what adverse effect that has.
There really seemed to be a bit more of a focus on like merchandise, like especially now we've had it confirmed that Target will like carry Ladybug merchandise.
I'm so excited for that.
Basically, there was just like a lot of toys at the panel. Like I think they were just like merchandise for the most part.
Yeah.
Which, granted, we needed.
Yeah. No.
I mean, this is, and they also talked about more. I don't know if we talked about this, more Zag heroes showing up.
Yeah,
in one
that's
of,
granted that kind of concerns me a little bit that it's like this might just become part of like some
right. So let's talk about that. So they said like in one of the specials we're gonna get this. This is from before Comic-Con, but also I think they talked about it here. I don't know though. A Zag, another hero showing up in like the China special, and it's
and they'll be in the comics.
Yeah, and they'll be in the comics. Yeah. So this is them trying to brand out their like animation line and stuff like that, and it's not super interesting to me because I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of this show.
See, I love stuff like Marvel where it's like, hey, team up episode.
Well,
so as long as you use it sparingly, I'm okay with it.
I'm a fan of the DCT verse. Like, Super Flaro is great, but I have some concerns given that like
Flaro?
Yeah, it's a Super Flaro verse now. That's what it's called.
What about Legends of Tomorrow?
It's just Super Flaro. It just.
Can we call it Legends of Super Flaro?
No. Anyway, like it's just like, especially like I haven't seen any of the other Zag shows though, but like I would be concerned that like, especially given how season 1 of Miraculous Ladybug was, that like this could be like, this wouldn't necessarily bode well for like what we want in season 2 or like from the show if we had this. Like, oh, we just have all these other heroes, and we don't do plots. We just have these fun...
For the record, they haven't shown up. Like, their shows have not started yet. Like, Pixie Girl, Ghost Force, and whatever the, superhero fairy tale one, they haven't started.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I think we might see more of like a backdoor pilot thing, kind of like what we got out of Flaro.
I could see that. That would make sense.
Still not interested, but
like it's one thing. Like I like the DCT verse is like one thing because it's like the DC universe. I don't know how I feel about this. Like
I like that they're trying to basically create their own universe.
Yeah,
it's not Marvel or DC.
It's just my thing. I think I'll have to see season 2 first to see like because if we're not gonna do plots, then we can't do something like this because then it'll just be like annoying because it's like, oh, we just have superheroes who do superhero things, but there is no plot ever. So.
I think they're going somewhere. I think they do. I think with all their shows, I think they have some kind of idea. Some will probably be more plot heavy than others.
What they want to do is do animation Kids Adventures, and I don't want to do that.
I love Kids Adventures.
I'm not interested in Avengers. I'm not interested in other characters. Like, we're fans of this show. Like, it's having a tie-in in one of the specials. I don't care. Like, whatever.
Yeah, that's one thing.
It's one thing, but if we start to like combine the shows eventually, then that's probably not good. But I don't think they're gonna do that. But like,
I'm fine with like once a season, maybe getting something.
Also, like if it's like characters from outside the Star Wars universe showing up in Rebels or something like that, like having like a occasional recurring character that it's there's good ways to do it, but it's a little scary going into this territory. It's like this is not what we signed up for, I think. And I also think that very likely the other properties will not be as popular as this one.
I think that's the big thing too. Is we also have to look at like quality wise. Like yes, like you're playing a dangerous game kind of when you do something like this because like especially like so like I'm just gonna talk about this very briefly because Dylan doesn't want us to talk about it. But like Berlanti, we have Arrow that was on for like 2 years, and we had other shows. And we just have one season of Ladybug, and honestly, we're not 100% satisfied with it. Like we love the show, but we want more. And it's like, unless season 2 is going to go on like this radical different direction that we want it to, it's like the idea of having other shows and then being connected is kind of worrisome when like we're not even at the quality we want. So.
And let's keep in mind the only reason we got Arrow is how popular the Green Arrow character on Smallville was, and that ran for 10 seasons. So there's a lot more background there than Ladybug has.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Though it has to be success. That's what I'm just talking about. Like. From like a standpoint of you want something to be successful, like we need to do it more in pieces, and it's like I'm gonna be a little concerned about how we're gonna like because this could theoretically drag Miraculous Ladybug quality down if you just keep like inserting these characters that no one cares about in it.
They're basically doing the DC cinematic universe. I'm sorry, but they are like they're saying let's jump in feet first. We made one product that it did okay. It wasn't super well constructed, but let's just jump in and throw everybody at the screen and see what happens.
Yeah, so we'll see where they go with this. I don't know. We're speculating. It's not fair to them yet, but we'll see what happens. At the very least, it's not happening for a little bit. I mean, we'll see the tie-in soon in one of the specials, but it's not like the shows are going to merge in season 2 or 3. Like, we know we're getting independent seasons 2 and 3. So
yeah.
So yeah, we don't really. I don't think we got a date or anything from
No.
the panel. That would be nice. A
year would have been great.
I assume Halloween is when Halloween special's coming up, but we don't really know. But there you go. I guess we have directors confirmed. I'm seeing on new directors. I'm seeing on the Wikipedia page, but we don't really know who. Everyone's French, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not following any of their careers. But yeah, so I think that's it. Let us know what you think of our thoughts on this. What if we missed any info, or if you think we're not interpreting things right, or what you're hyped for from the panel, what you'd like them to have revealed, what they might reveal in the future. I mean, this is probably not their main source of revealing things about season 2. Like, who knows what they'll do. And it's going to be interesting. So yeah, next week I think we'll have a Maralia podcast.
Praise.
I assume this will not interest many of our 14-year-old girl listeners, but maybe you can try to get into it anyway for that. And
maybe some of you will jump ship.
Yeah,
Who
maybe
knows?
we'll try to convince you, And then after that we'll have assorted ships. So start to let me know which assorted ships that you want us to cover. I mean, we have we talked about this before. We don't need to go through them, but yeah, that's it. We'll be back every Sunday. Might move it back to Monday if SU stops airing, and that's it. Overlyanimated.com. Last comments, Delaney or Justin, about any of this?
Miraculous.
Nope, not a comment.
I want real gays.
Yes, we've established this. And you
Real
can support
gays.
us on Patreon at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to Mitch, Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, Jamie, Rachel, John, Ryan, Catherine, Taylor, Davon, and Jade, a.k.a. Fever, Mitch, Corner, Sleep, Exchange, Nathan, Fillion, Buzz Lightyear, Mailman, Rachel, Rose, Danny, Valro, Brian, Cookie Cat, and Needle, Diamond Day, and Jewel. Next week, Maralia. Check out our Steven Universe coverage all week, and thanks for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye!
Bye.